So now, having cooled our oxidizing mixture for approximately 5 minutes, we now need to add the alcohol. In this case we're using propanol, and we will be adding 2 centimeters cubed, which we'll measure out approximately using this plastic dropping pipette which has graduations on it. So 2 mils up to here where my thumb was indicating. So just down to the 2 mils there. And the benefit of cooling the reaction mixture is that we can add the alcohol quite rapidly, and then that's mostly at the top as a layer there, and then swirl. As we swirl, you should see the mixture darkening as the chemical reactions get underway. So we make sure that that's one phase, one homogeneous mixture, and we've now got to heat that to remove the aldehyde as it's formed in the oxidation reaction. So we then clamp in position. It's still very cold to touch. Clamp in position. Stop the thermometer running away there. So approximately 45 degrees, approximately. Put the thermometer in so we can monitor the temperature of the product coming off the sidearm here. And we'll be heating with a hot water bath. We need a bigger beaker than that for the angle that we're in. So ready to go, and we'll be collecting our product in the test tube here again in the ice water bath. So we just need to raise that ice water bath a little bit. There's a couple of wooden blocks there, and we're ready to start heating. So here's hot water close to boiling, and we need to raise that up. You can raise up using wooden blocks, as we'll show here, although these are not ideally sized for this job. So perhaps lower that down just a little. And again, what we want is to collect the material that's boiled off as it's formed in the ice water bath there, and monitor the temperature. So the temperature at the moment, 25 degrees C, and let's see how this progresses. So the reaction mixture has now turned very dark. Temperature increasing here. We're now to 27. Little more relative to the ice bath. Increase the level of the ice around the tube there. Temperature slowly rising. We're at 31. Should see some liquid that's come off here. That may be the product that we're after. It's condensing on the side of the tube and inevitably falling back down, and now we're beginning to get a boil in the reaction mixture, and there's some indication of green colour too, which is indicative of oxidation occurring. So quite a vigorous boil now. Temperature still increasing. There we're now at 45, and it's increasing quite rapidly as that vapour makes it up to the thermometer bulb. The propanal product we're expecting has a boiling point of 49 degrees C, and we're already at 46 and increasing gently. It's less than the ideal angle that we've got there, but we're trying to keep it in the hot water. Let's just try a little bit more hot water so we can increase the angle. And just tilt a little bit more. Oh, not too much. Just lower a little bit again. Into the solution there. That's better. The temperature reading is now 54. So hopefully we'll start to see some product condensing in the side arm and down the tube here. We've certainly got a lot around the boiling tube here. Well, that appears to be our first drop of product distilling over. Temperature 56, almost 57 degrees centigrade. Looks a little precarious there. Let's move the wooden blocks. Well, the vigorous boil that we saw before is now quietened down considerably. There is some indication of boiling on the liquid there, but it's not as vigorous as we would like. The temperature stabilized around 58. I have a feeling most of the product is sitting on the side of the boiling tube there. If that's the case, we ought to be able to get it to move up by increasing the hot water there again. See if that has any effect. So this might be able to detect some bubbling down there, which is what we want, but we want the gas to carry over. Finally, a drop of product. Temperature now 60 degrees centigrade. So we've got a very gentle boiling process going on here, but what appears to be happening is it's cooling before it gets to the side arm and condensing and running back down. So some insulation around here, perhaps with some aluminium foil, would help the process along. So what we'll do is we'll replace the water in the hot water bath. Temperature here is 61 and a half perhaps. We'll replace the water and we'll put some foil insulation around here. We've got the product falling back down into the reaction mixture there, which we don't really want because it will oxidize further through to the propanoic acid. So we need to be quite swift about this. So here we go, move the wooden blocks, put a lot of water, beaker back up in position, blocks back in place, replace with just boiled water. Freshly boiled water there, and some aluminium foil. To provide, you can see the rapid boiling going on there. So we just want to try and insulate around here, keep that nice and hot. And then hopefully we'll watch the product distill over in the side arm. Temperature increased up to 79 degrees C now on the thermometer bulb. Probably a wider arm on the side arm would assist the collection of product. Temperature on the thermometer now is 83.5 degrees centigrade. But we're still not seeing a lot of product coming over, dispiriting me. Well, let's have a peek at what's going on in here. We've still got noticeable boiling. Yes, that's boiling quite nicely, but again you can see it's falling down. Again here it's condensing on the side of the tube. It's not coming over where we want it down the side arm there. Wishful thinking. Come on, come on. So it is rather hot. Got a nice boil, but I'm just not collecting the product in this apparatus. Come on. Temperature reading now starting to drop. We're down to 78. So it's cooling down. Well, of course, we may not have seen condensation of product at this part of the sidearm because we're expecting to get propanal, which has a boiling point of 49 degrees C, and this is quite warm here, so it won't be until we remove the tube from the water bath that we'll actually see if we've got any significant amount of product. So let's have a look now. So if we take the tube out, and you should be able to see that we've collected about half a centimetre cubed of organic product there, so not as disappointing as first hand we might have thought. Let's just keep that there, and we'll now move on to a tolerance test for the product. A little more water for the test. So here we go, prepare the tolerance reagent. For the tolerance reagent we need about 1 centimetre cubed of 0.05 molar silver nitrate. So we'll pour that into the tube here. And into that we will put 2 drops of 0.4 molar sodium hydroxide. Here we go. 1, 2 drops. Give it a little shake, we get a nice precipitate, and now we're going to dissolve that precipitate in 2 molar ammonia. So we add ammonia until the precipitate just dissolves, forming our silver ammonia complex. Just give it a little time to dissolve there and don't rush it. Starting to clear. And very nearly totally dissolved there. See, it's going. Another drop, 2, and now we've got our reagent. So next stage is to add 2 drops of our product here. So we just need to remove that carefully from the ice bath. So there's the product. A few drops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put the product back in the ice. And we now need to heat our tube with our organic product and the Tollens reagent in just off boiling water. So we'll pour that in. wait to see what happens. Put that tube under the product here, and it's still getting a little bit coming off. So as is typically the case here, what we've got, if you can just remove the misting, is the organic material is boiling, and it's rising up, condensing on the top of the tube and falling back down. So if we see a mirror at all beginning, any silvering, it will be at the top first, where the top of the water bath meets the surface of the organic and tolerance reagent mixture in there. And we're getting a little bit of darkening, which is hopeful. It's beginning mist up again. See if we can clear the mist. Condensation from the side of the beaker there. See what's going on. Wow. These things are sent to try us. Got some appearance of mirroring going on the side of the tube there, so let's take that out and have a look. So there we are. That's quite successful there. Positive result to a Tollens silver mirror test. So that's the oxidation of propanol to propanal using sodium dichromate in a sidearm boiling tube. Let's put that back in the water.